jumping. I'm actually, yeah, I'm excited that this is being recorded, and Caesar, thanks for letting me take the stage with you, bro. Like, we haven't done one of these in a minute, so I think it's really cool that you're still running these calls, man. Back in the day when you first started these calls, I still remember like one of the first ones that we ever did. Back when the flyer was literally Money Heist, like everybody was in red, like the actual show. Back with like just there's so many different people running those calls, man. I'm excited. And honestly, this is the first trading call that I ran in a long time. I haven't stopped trading. I haven't done anything like that. That would be crazy, right? Why would I why would I stop trading? In the background, I'm always trading and learning new things. And I've been consumed, my time has been consumed recently with something super new that I'm just so excited. Like, eventually a lot of people will find out what it is, but in the meantime, trading has been something that changes my life. Every time that I think about where I was before trading and now where I'm at now, like thinking about my mindset and my confidence as an entrepreneur, like how many people can really say, yeah, we can just extract money from the internet every day. Like that is very rare that people could just do that. Like it's not common. And when something's not common, it's just so much cooler, like, who would you rather drive, a Honda or would you rather drive a Ferrari? Probably a Honda, right? I'm just kidding. Probably a Ferrari because less people have them, right? So I would say, it's kind of like trading is kind of like that. Like if you put yourself in the shoes of somebody who has no idea this even exists, you probably sound crazy. But now looking back on it, I was crazy for not doing this. Like, in all reality, I was crazy for not doing this. Now, I want to get something straight. And this is something that not a lot of people will tell you. There are a lot of people who trade. Right? Now, not everybody makes money though. And that's one thing I really want to stress on today. And then I'll go into the charts and I'll show you guys some stuff that I've like some breakthroughs that I've had that'll help you, just for the 15 people on the call. Since you guys showed out, and I'm excited for you guys because you're going to learn something. I'm going to give you guys a tool, one of my favorite indicators that I use on my chart. It's super awesome. You guys are going to probably never like live without it ever again. I guarantee that. Anytime I share something, it's like the best of the best, because I just don't, I wouldn't share anything less than that, right? But one big nugget I can give you guys: a lot of people trade, a lot of people talk about trading, but very few people actually make money. Okay. And if you're new, I don't want that to scare you. I don't want you to be like, oh, well, then why am I doing this? No. Get this straight. If you are one of those few people that do make money, your life is going to change, like completely change. Like to the point where you're going to look at your paycheck from your job and you're going to say, how? I mean, this is 80 hours on my paycheck. How? One thing that really changed my life, for real, was when I was in Puerto Rico with Mike one time, back when I lived in Puerto Rico. For those of you who don't know the story, I lived in Puerto Rico with Mike Navarrete, Kevin, my boy Austin, my buddy Jordan LaSavage, and an infamous chairman that you guys know. His name is Christian Vargas. And that was my first time ever meeting somebody who made a lot of money. Like, Vargas was the first person that I was like, yeah, this dude makes a lot of money. I need to listen to him, but obviously Mike, right? But outside of Mike, because he's been my friend since like I was 13, since I was like a kid. But Vargas was the first person in the business that I had met that was like at 6 figures and above. And I couldn't even fathom that kind of money. I had a $500 credit card and it was maxed out on a Hugo's Way broker deposit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. My fridge had no food in it, but I had a $500 forex account. And then you know, Matthew, I don't know if you guys know Matthew, Trade with Matthew. He showed up. He ended up sleeping on our couch for like a couple months, and he really changed my situation too, because when I saw somebody my age, you know, he's younger than me. When I saw somebody my age extracting money from the market on a consistent basis through his iPad, literally didn't work a job, and he was like 19 at the time or something. And I just thought that was so inspiring. And fun fact, one time we didn't really have much money to buy groceries, and since Matthew was staying at our house for free, he went on his iPad and he was like, yo, if you guys want to get groceries, just let me know what you want. Like, let's get them together and I'll pay for it. And I was like, dude, nobody's ever said that to me, bro. Like, what? Like, I usually get my own bag, you know, pay for my own groceries, and, you know, and we split it. If it's $150 at the store, then we split it 3 ways, you know, with whoever went. And he's like, yeah, dude, like, we got it. I got you, bro, because you guys are letting me stay here. So I literally, shit you not, this dude pulls up his iPad. He goes to, we were in Puerto Rico, right? So there's this place called Supermax. And he goes to Supermax online, and you can order groceries to your door. And he was just like, dude, pick whatever you want and tap it as many times as you want. And I just strictly remember this memory. I can never forget this memory. Because he showed me the iPad, and it just like bananas, avocados, like, you know, acai bowls and freaking, you know, milk and all the stuff that is at the grocery store, right? And he's just like, dude, just tap it. How many bananas you want? You want 15? You want 15 bananas? You want acai? You want seven acai bowls? Like, just tap it. And me and Kevin were just literally like, dude, this is insane. This is like an unlimited food glitch. Like, what do you mean I could just tap this thing? It's how much do these bananas cost? He's like, dude, don't worry about the banana cost. Like, don't worry about the price. And we literally racked up a cart with like $350 in it. And he just pressed confirm, order, deliver. And in an hour and a half, all those groceries showed up to our house. And I just remember, I have a video of the fridge when we stocked it, because of the times that we tapped the acai bowls. There was like 20 acai bowls that showed up. And we couldn't even fit all that stuff in the freezer. We couldn't even fit all the bananas in our kitchen. It was like overflowing with bananas. And we're like, dude, whatever, man. Like, this is abundance. And I want you guys to understand that that's really what happens when you can just extract money from the internet. You can live like that. You can do whatever you want. You can hire a private chef. You can travel without looking at the price. You can buy from the right side of the left side of the menu, not the right side, right? Look at the actual food. You know, I've done this before, where I go and I order food and I look at the price first, and you decide what you want based off the price. Now, I want to let you know that that's not what successful people do. They get what they want. Like, I want the salmon. Okay, the salmon's going to be extra. I want it. If it's extra, matter of fact, give me 2. When you're at Chipotle and they say the guacamole is extra, you say, matter of fact, give me a whole side of it. Let me get the whole bowl, whatever you got in there. Like, just scoop it. Like, if it's 10, 12, whole tub. Yeah, whole tub, plastic wrap it, put it in my backpack, and let me know what the tab comes out to. I don't, like, that's the type of abundance I want you guys to be on, because you can really get there. You can really get there. You know, if there's 19-year-old kids making money on the internet, jetpacking in Dubai over the water, you know, doing whatever the hell they're doing, and we're over here thinking that we can't even make $1,000 a month trading, right? So that's one thing I want to talk about, is that there's very few people that actually make like consistent profits to the point they can live off of trading. And a lot of those people that do, they're in this group, right? They're people that are teaching and educating, like Caesar, like, you know, the people on Go Live, like Mike, you know, Zach and Jordan, and people that you guys look up to. So definitely stay plugged in so you guys can get those results as well. Now, one thing I like to look at when I'm looking at the charts is obviously smart money concepts. You're going to learn, you know, you guys have already learned a lot of the ins and outs of what this trading strategy really is. And one thing I'm going to show you guys today that you guys are going to take to the grave with you, and I promise you, I don't think many people have probably shown it, maybe one or two people, but this is what I personally use on my chart when I'm looking to trade, right? One thing that I've noticed is everybody knows what Asian session, London session, and New York session are, right? Everybody knows that those are the three major sessions that the market moves in. And you have a gap in between the New York and Asian session. Now, everything I like to do is visual. Everything needs to be visual, because you can say something to me, but I'm going to probably forget it unless I have it visually in front of me. And so, you know, I could tell you that London session starts at 2 a.m. Eastern time. I can tell you that New York starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time, but it's one thing to tell you that, and it's another thing to actually show you what that looks like on the chart. And the reason I want you guys to look at this like this because you're going to see that a lot of the liquidity sweeps, a lot of the stop hunts, a lot of the raids that happen that take you out of your trades, they happen on session changeovers. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. So a lot of the times what's going to happen is you're going to have, right? Remember that the trading day, right? The trading day starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I want you to forget about midnight. You know, when it's midnight and you're still awake and you look at the clock and you're like, wait, what? Is it really March 2nd? You know, no, it's not. It's just, oh, it is, but I'm just still awake, right? The day changeover on Earth, right, where you live in your time zone, has absolutely nothing to do with the time that the market opens, right? The universal clock that the market runs on. And that is not Central Standard Time in Ohio, United States. That is not, Eastern Standard Time in Naples, Florida. That is not Pacific Standard Time in San Diego, California. The time that the market runs on is called GMT, which is actually, that's the time that the market runs on. And you can actually see that here. I think it's UTC. I'm sorry. Is it UTC or GMT? Whatever the case is, the market runs on that time. And it's that 5 p.m. Eastern time is the time that the market closes and opens, right? That's when the new day starts. So that's when the trading day starts, okay? So I know a lot of times people say, oh, well, midnight is when the day starts. No, it's not, right? In trading, at least, 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Central Time, then that's 4 p.m. If you're in Pacific Time, that's 2 p.m., right? And so that's why this line here, these white lines, okay, let's look at two things really quick. One is the white lines. The other is the day of the week. It says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is an entire week. This is February 19th through February 24th, okay? This is an entire trading week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And within the days, you can actually see the sessions that happened, okay? The sessions are Asian, London, New York, Asian, London, New York, Asian, London, New York, in that order, okay? Asian, London, New York, ALN, okay? That's what you should remember it as. Asians first, London second, New York is last, right? Imagine that, it's last. You thought you were waking up to trade New York session, and that's the first session of the day. In reality, it's actually the last session of the day. And so I want you guys to see, and we're going to go through this together so you know I'm not capping, right? The first thing I notice, let's start from Friday here. You have Asian session in this box, okay? That means that from here, it started, from here, it ended. Now, I have this modified because Asian session does move into London, and there is an overlap, but I have this modified. I'm going to show you the difference right now. If I come and I change this and I put it to where it's actually supposed to be, you're going to see the difference. See how the box just expanded? It just extended itself. Now I want to show you why I put it back, why I put it back 2 hours. so I could see where London session starts. And I'll show you that right now. And I'll show you that with this wick right here. Okay, look at this wick right here. This wick is showing that this is an Asian session. Okay, but you know that London session started right here. Okay, so it's not as visually effective for what I want to show you. And that's why when I move this back, I want you guys to notice the difference just on that wick. Remember what that wick looked like? And now you see it. The box is over here now, and the wick is not in Asian. The wick is actually in London. Now, this is why I want to put it like this. And I'm going to share this indicator with you guys. It's called Sonar Lab Sessions. I'm going to, so you guys can you put it on your chart if you want to. But Asian session in a box right here. Now look at London session. It goes below Asian and then goes up. Okay. So this is what we call Asian session raid. They raided the low on Asian session, right? Asian usually consolidates. So we had, you know, a low got put in on Asian session. London session came in. It swept the floor. And then on New York session, it pumped. Asian session right here. This is the low. This is the high. Look at London session comes in, sweeps Asian high and goes down. Asian session right here. London session comes in, sweeps Asian high and goes down. Asian session right here. London comes in. London comes right up to that Asian session high, goes down. Thursday, Asian session here. London session opens. London goes, breaks through the floor, turns around. Okay. Asian session right here. London session blows through the floor, breaks the low, and honestly, it just kept going. Asian session right here. Look at this. Asian session right here. London session comes, sweeps the high. People thought this might have turned around, right? I probably would have thought that was going to turn around. New York session comes and kicks it back up, right? The point is not which way did it go. The point is that it always, almost always, is not going to stay inside of that Asian range. It's going to sweep either the high or the low, and then it most likely is going to expand after that, right? Look at this. Asian session came in, London came up, New York dumped it. Make sense? Asian session came in, London went up, New York dumped it, right? And so so we have Asian right here. So what can we expect going into London? It's either going to go down or it's going to go up, and it's going to break this or it's going to break this. That gives you so much information right there. Literally so much information, because if you know that this and this are going to be the two areas that are most likely going to get breached, then you know what to anticipate. And so one thing that I've been using in my trading a lot recently has been this idea that during London session, whatever way London goes, New York goes the opposite way. London went up, New York went down. Yeah. And in this case, New York did go up, but it ultimately had a pullback. Over here, you saw London went down, and then when New York kicked in, it went up. This is very important. London went down, and New York spiked up, and then came back down, right? So it's almost like there's always like this point right here. Oh, where is it? Where did it go? This point, this low point right here is in between London and New York, right? This high point right here is in between London and New York. So during Asian session, I'm not really looking for trades, but as soon as London, New York comes in, you're going to probably be close to the top of the day or low of the day, right? And that's where you want to be sniping. I mean, you're going to find that a lot of the times, look, when the market is making a high, right? Look, I'm going to put a smiley face here for you. Look, okay, we're going to put a smiley face. Can I get this smiley face here? Bob, right? Look, this is you because you're happy because you sniped it, right? So when you're looking at these moments right here where it's literally the highest point on the chart before it drops, it's happening during London and New York. Yeah. Look at another one, London, right? See, look, London, right? London. So can you see really the lowest point is in London most of the time. The lowest or highest point is typically in London, right? Seeing that? And so you can pretty much bet that the market will most likely be doing this for, this is just really how it goes. You have a high in London, but you also have a high in New York. Look at this one right here. So you have a high in New York too. You could have caught that. But in terms of getting the best entries and getting the reversals, they're going to be in London, New York overlap, or London session or New York session. So it's just a window of opportunity. And obviously everybody knows that, right? We trade London, New York, the most volatile sessions, but visually seeing it actually helps a lot. I mean, is anybody like seeing that? Is anybody seeing that? That's pretty convenient, right? I would say convenient, right? Let's just say convenient to be able to see that on the chart when you're looking for trades, right? You're looking for trades and you can actually see the sessions visually, right? So shout out to this indicator because it's really helped me a lot. And and it's really saved me. I'm not gonna lie, it's saved me just having this indicator to see the sessions, because a lot of the times going into New York session, you're thinking you're getting the top or bottom of the day and you're waiting for like something to raid the high or low when that already happened in London session. So if you know where you're at in the cycle, you already know, you're reading the story from left to right. Asian high got set in, London swept the high, New York took it down further, right? Asian session high, London swept the high, then we dumped. Asian session high, London came up to the high, dropped. So you're really just looking for that storyline. What did Asian do? Are we going to sweep up or down? And then what's going to happen after that, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been using to help me. And one other secret I'll let you in on, and this is just like between us, 16 people here, right? One thing that I can tell you is that I've met a lot of successful people that are trading, and this is one thing that they're doing. I know a lot of the times we teach sniping and getting the best one entry, right? Which is really good. You should definitely keep doing that. But there's another style that I want to show you guys, okay? And it's really crazy how with timing and this type of style, you can really bag the market like crazy. And this is completely different than what you guys have probably been taught, which is okay. But check this out. So let's say, right, since we know that London and New York are the most volatile sessions, typically New York does the opposite of what London does. Yeah, typically New York does the opposite. So if London went up, then you can almost bet New York's going to go down, at least when it opens, right? Maybe it goes down and then it goes up again in the same session. Because remember, New York has like two parts to it. But London session goes up, right? Let's say, and then New York session goes down, right? And then Asian was just flat. Yeah. So this is kind of ideally what you're looking for. Yeah. So check us out. I'm going to show you guys this and do with it what you want. All right. I'm not going to say much else. Let's just pretend this is Asian session. Yeah. Okay. And then we're coming in and we know that, okay, if the market goes up for London, it's probably going to go down for New York session. Okay. And then vice versa. We have Asian session. Yeah. And if it goes lower, then we know that it went low during London, and then it probably will go up during New York session. Yeah. So these are the two scenarios that we kind of have. Check us out. Ready? So would it be safe to say that if we're betting on this reversal, that it doesn't really matter where your entry is if you're selling, right? Let's just pretend, right? Asian did this, yeah? And then we're waiting for this move. So would it be safe to say that what if you took a sell here outside of the zone as it's going up during London, and you took another sell here, and you took another sell here, right? And the market activates all of your sells, and then New York opens and it pushes them all in the profit. Or when it breaks lower beneath Asian, you take a buy here, you take a buy here, you take a buy here. And then as New York pushes it the other way, all your trades are in profit. Is that safe to say that that could be a possibility, right? It could be. Who am I to tell you? I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. But I am going to say is that for the last couple months, this has happened almost perfectly, at least 8 out of 10 times. Like it's seriously weird. It's seriously weird. Like how accurate this could be. So like right here, we had that Asian session, right? So, you know, sell, 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 and then it drops during the London session, actually, right? Then, for example, right here, you had Asian low and it went London, right? So you had, you know, 1, 2, 3 buys maybe, and it turned around and all those trades went into profit, close, right? Same thing here. Look at this, Asian, right? It went below. So we did buys 1, 2, 3, and then they all went into profit right there. And so this is just another way to show you there are a million ways to do this. There are a million ways to do this, to trade. It's no one size fits all, right? Look at this Asian range. London came in. If we were taking buys, we most likely would have experienced a lot of drawdown, right? And that's why Fridays are a day that I don't do this on. Just a secret. But just so you know, if you would have waited till next week, profit, right? And so that's something that I've really realized. I'm just putting this into perspective that there are a million ways. Look at Asian high. You took 1, 2, 3 profit, right? And then Asian low, 1, 2, 3 profit. Yeah. And so this is just something that I've been personally putting to the test and just giving it a shot. This isn't something that you need to just change your entire routine and do this. But just so you know, I know a guy, all right? I know a guy. He's not in IM or anything like that, but he trades like that. And he's the one that put me on. And this dude has consistently withdrawn like 5-figure months for the last 8 or 9 months. And it's actually kind of crazy when you think about it, because he doesn't even know what smart money concepts is. He literally doesn't even care to learn it because this works so well for him. He doesn't even care. Like, yeah, dude, look at my snipe. That's great. That's lit. You caught the bottom. So did I. He catches the bottom without having to time it because he just be taking more entries to the point it turns around and he catches the lowest point or the highest point. So it's just a different style. But one thing I will say is that if whatever you need to do to be profitable in trading, I won't be mad. Okay? Whatever you need to do to make money here, I promise I won't be mad. If you find that ignoring everything that you hear on this call works for you, do it, please. Like, just keep doing it. Whatever works for you, because I can guarantee you there's somebody out there who doesn't know any of the stuff we know, and they're bagging consistent gains in the market. And that's what I want you guys to know, because there's very, very few people in this market that truly do that. And there's a lot of people that trade. There's a lot of people that talk about trading, and there's very, very few winners. So if you find a winner, if you find someone that's consistently extracting money from the market on a consistent basis, I would probably, give it a listen. Open your mind. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's my time, man. Caesar, I'm going to pass it back to you. Shout out to you for setting this all up and getting everybody together. Hopefully that was entertaining and educational, because that's my goal here, right? So cheers to you guys, everybody who got on. That indicator, I'm going to share it here. It's called Session Sonar Labs. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Trading Sessions Sonar Labs. Yeah. I'm going to put it here just so you guys can use it. Trading Sessions Sonar Labs, something like that. Yeah. Boom. You can look it up on TradingView. Sonar Lab, actually, it's not labs, but yeah, that's the indicator there. All right. So you guys can try it out, check it out, see if you like it. But I'll pass it to Caesar and let's see what he's got to show us in the last 15 minutes of the call, because I'm excited to see. All right, let's get it.
Yo, Jay, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Cool. Yo, Jay, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm mad as hell at you. Like, how you gonna set the bar that damn high? Like, I really gotta follow up now. Yo, family, if y'all enjoying this tonight's call, if y'all having fun, y'all having breakthroughs and learning something, son, let's go ahead and just drop some 111s in the chat for our boy, our brother Jay. Cause damn, I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't want to show church no more. Like, you done show the whole razzle dazzle, but nah, low key, I was. Yeah, show y'all this. Low key, I was looking at some stuff just prior to the call because I was just gonna send it to my team, but I was like, you know what? We'll wait for Money Heist for everybody on here, and then we'll go ahead and I'll send it to my team. So really just looking at like backtesting a lot of pairs. I come to find out that I actually really love to trade G or Euro pairs, right? So because of that new discovery, really just understanding this, I'm actually get rid of this. Cool. Right. I was looking to go ahead, just higher time frames, right? Seeing this order flow and everything going on. First pair I took note of was Euro GBP, pretty much because if we just look at the higher time frames, right, we understand that market's just in a big ass. Is it this chart? It was just in a big ass Wyckoff theory. So, I really do like Wyckoff. It doesn't show up here. Cool. Right. I really do like Wyckoff. To me, it just shows like great like sell momentum with a distro, right? Pretty much just playing along from BCARST, Salby, UT, UTAD, test, LPSY, right? So if this is, and I'll show y'all what I mean. So if this is what I deemed as distribution number 2. No, my bad. That was supposed to be number 1. Distribution number 1. Cool. Right. I'm pretty much saying, where'd it go? What just happened? Oh, yeah. I'm pretty much, oh, that's why it was there. It was just gone. I hit that. That's so funny. Right. So I'm pretty much just saying that within this new range, where we are in overall price, what I'm saying is since we're on this test and created, kind of like a secondary test, I still think we're kind of like testing within this range, but I am looking for us to really start getting downside momentum, right? Maybe start to take out some equal lows we see here on the weekly, right, as like long-term targets. So just zoomed into a smaller time frame, then we just top down analysis down to the daily, right? We understand that's our high, this is our low, which in all honesty does look like a whole bunch of liquidity lows, right? So we understand this could be a potential like swing target if y'all are into that kind of stuff. Scrolling down, then we were to see another literally just Wyckoff within a Wyckoff scenario, right? Distribution number 1 as well, which is pretty sick because that just goes to show that Wyckoff is literally everywhere. And I mean, it's just following market structure, right? It's following the trend. And so you just get to understand higher probabilities of when to get in and out, right? So, right, high, low, really just consolidation, take out a low, aim higher, sweep lows, right? Really just all around consolidation. What we do from a low to a high, consolidated high to a higher low to a higher high, right? Market is just giving us incentive, deemed a little break of structure. From this high, which was our test, to our UTAD, right? Literally just playing it out. So this is our high to our new low, right? Break structure high, low, right? New lower low. Then this dead ass did just create equal lows. So liquidity is our smart money targets. So to me, it's a whole lot of confirmations that just make a lot of sense that we could get a potential sell area within our 7A6, 8A6 fib levels, right? If you know, and it really just gives me a double confirmation just looking at this because this is a distribution Wyckoff on a lower time frame. Crazy Wyckoffs everywhere, right? We also do have an imbalance here that we are playing into now. Kind of want to see market go a little higher personally, right, into this 4-hour institutional candle, right? If it doesn't, then oh well. We're not attached to the trades, right? We just trade our trades. And personally, following my trading plan and everything, my trade is going to be a little higher around the 89.088, right? 090, 85 levels, right? Nothing too crazy, right? Right, and I'm looking for sales around here. Let's go down to a smaller time frame. And I think we're building a story for sure. Right now market is just in my eyes building up a B C A R S T into potential Sal B, right? So what that literally just means is price is just, we'll go distro number 1 again because Euro GP just seems to be showing a lot of love for distro. Pretty much just what that's stating is I think market is getting ready to reverse, but we're not just there yet in market structure overall to take like a sell, right? So, but if kind of low key, so I texted it in the chat box. I don't know if you've seen it. It said I had low key had a breakthrough, and for me personally, like if I can understand this order flow, right, from a low to a high to a higher low to a higher high, break a low, which is incentive, but we really break highs, right? People were FOMOing sells down here because they thought market would go lower, right? Like understand this kind of market flow, then we can really understand that after BCARST, right, market's not going to go too much higher if we're going to respect this supply area. So going back to what Jay said with his strategy, or just a strategy he was talking about, like we could really start to implement, okay, this is ST, this is entry one, right? Because that's our first high before we create our second high, right? And then a distribution, one or two, right? It doesn't really matter if we have a second to a third high because we still have that initial high, right? What if price wins off without us? Kind of just like, crossing your eyes or crossing your T's and dotting your I's kind of scenario, right? So overall, I do anticipate Euro GBP to come a little higher into the supply area than drop, but shoot or shoot, whatever you gotta do to make your bag. So we ain't mad at it. Euro GBP, I was looking at this earlier. I did get clapped over here because I just did not trade my plan. It does happen. No, it happens. But cool. Weekly, I see us in a distribution schematic. I don't know if price wants to take us higher to get a UTAD. We could very well just like, if you really look at market structure, oh shit. Cool, right? If you really just look at market structure, right, we have a low here, a high here. Price is just starting to chop down the low, right? High, low, retracement high, low, kind of break that low, right? So it's like a lower low, retraces to a high, cool. And then we break lower low again, right? Kind of leaving equal lows by our Sal B range. So that's just market leaving behind evidence, in my eyes at least, as to liquidity that could be potentially ran, right, after a retest of a certain area. So this is on the weekly basis, right? I really do like top down because you can catch a nice intraday swing, whatever. Daily, and we show this overall area, right? Institutional candle right here. Just the high range, high, right, low, high, breaker structure, lower, low, high, lower, low, kind of like almost equal highs, higher, low, right? So that's just liquidity later, right? But what I'm seeing is this is an absolute high and this is our absolute low. So this is all just inner range movement. What I want to do is I want to catch this retracement so I can go ahead and break, sweep that liquidity. And if we look at our magical fib areas, right, we are in that 78886 area. Cool. Start going down, right? And we just see like institutional candle here came down, didn't really break structure, right? Reading the story left to right. That's really what trading is all about. Understanding what happened to the left so we can go ahead and play high probable trades on the right. So low, right? High, low, high. That's inner range structure right here is lows, high, low, equal highs, lower, low, still equal highs, low, high. That breaks above, higher, low, right? Higher, high. Reading the stories, every candlestick is a story, right? So here's the low, here's the high, price comes down, mitigates, doesn't create that lower low until here, right? This fuck you candle, right? The manipulation from JP Morgan himself out the grave just to clap me out. So pretty much, right, price is overall in this area as a whole, right? I kind of like refined it down to just like lower and lower levels. And what we see here from the 4 hour or 8 hours to the 4 hour, yeah, just more, right? We do see price playing a little reaccumulation action, right? High, low, high, low, high. Some can argue this is a break of structure, right? This is more just like intraday for me, right? Low, high, low, price market retraced into a high. Then we break, right? Structure, sweep, liquidity. We did come back because I want to see us test this institutional 4 hour candle, right? That's within our weekly range. But in all honesty, I don't think it's going to hold. Oh, we could refine it, right? And look at the 1 hour institutional candle. But at that point, like, cool. Let's go ahead and refine this. We kind of see some Wyckoff. I would argue it not ready, but we, maybe like entry number one, right? WBCAR, which is just, that's unfortunate, right? High to a low, still following uptrend structure, right? Into a high. And now market's just consolidating, right? You guys just literally see it moving sideways, equal lows, equal highs. So what is it aiming to do then? Well, if we look at just a distribution Wyckoff scenario, right? Playing the fine movements within our higher time frame POIs, right, or order blocks. We understand that what market is doing here, BCARST, it needs liquidity to take price lower, right? Maybe we break the AR, right, go lower low. Maybe we just stay above it, but we need price to create liquidity to what? Go low. And what is price doing here? It's literally building up equal lows to potentially be taken out during London session, right? Actually, let me check. Cool. What time is it? Oh, it's 53. I gotta get y'all to bed. Oh, we got Goosey after this, actually. That's gonna be fire, yo. If you're popping up for the boy Gustavo and V for Valentino, shout out to y'all because y'all really dedicated going back-to-back calls like that. But shows just how bad y'all want this, you know. So shout out to you. Right. So I really do think maybe London could come up a little higher, tank us, create like a second ST, right? But I do want to see us start eventually going lower before higher. Hopefully respecting this range, probably not though. Right. So EJ all around potential sell eventually. Euro USD. I didn't look at the dollar. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Real quick, indices. If any of y'all know a London session, how you label it for us, Wyckoff. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Beverly. You the GOAT for real. Shout out to you, Alpha X girls. Y'all really tune in and show up and show out for real, for real. Indices. If you guys know what's going on, please let me know because I really don't. High key, right? So higher time frame liquidity, like weekly, daily, whatever. I think that's like daily right there, honestly. I should start labeling it better. Right. Yeah, daily liquidity being built up. So we have these story or the incentives for price to be dropped, right? Awesome, sick. We go, just top down analysis. This was our previous area. Some more liquidity here that's obviously been swept. So price is literally showing, right? Steps in the market to go down, right? High, low, high, literally a low, high. Guess what? After that is a low. Now, where are we? A high that could potentially go lower, right? That is what I'm anticipating. All around, we are in a 8-hour or tanked into a 8-hour supply area. So like just that institutional high that should be mitigated and price should drop, right? But I want to start seeing evidence as to why Wyckoff or, why price is ready to drop or, like even Jay was teaching us, maybe a good entry for entry number one, and I can start to look to enter in on before the big manipulation drop, right? In high key, I am still waiting on price to come into this imbalance. That would be so sick. Honestly, like so sick. It would be so sick. Granted, it kind of did because here's the original imbalance. Price did come up, tanked into it, then dropped. But if we go to smaller time frames, I'm just not convinced that it's gonna drop from here, right? For me personally, it could just be the broker. I do low-key want to see us come higher. Sweep that equal highs. Could be wrong, could be completely wrong. Like, bro, dude, feel me? I'm more wrong than right, but thank God for proper R and R. But literally, like, just me is not convincing enough. So we do have a story building up here, if anything, right? Jay, shout out to you that you know about Sonar Labs, because bro, what? Your boy been tapped in. I got this one, I got the order block one, and I even got the liquidity grab one. That one's helped me a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, shout out to Sonar Labs though. They're literally like smart money based indicators. Oh, I don't have Asian on. That's so rude of me. Asian's not set right. Asian is 1 a.m. too. I'm gonna play with this later. Anywho, I understand that this is Asian range right here. Game still all Asian. We're building up liquidity here, low key. I want to see like an institutional candle or something, man. Maybe we could build up Asian liquidity, right? This would be technically all Asian liquidity. And then London can play into this institutional candle, giving us, Asian into here. London gives us a nice little 3 forms of entry or Wyckoff, and then New York gives us the big shoot up, or the complete opposite, right? I really don't have clear clarity, but I do understand that we do have a high probability of price coming into this institutional candle. And then from there, I don't know, maybe we'll go up, maybe we'll drop, but I understand where price can go. So now I can probably find a good, low risk, high reward entry where price has a higher probability of going towards my TP, which will be a seller, down here, rather than me waiting down here and playing a probability of price going up when, low key higher time frames show sell side momentum, right? Playing probabilities and playing them in your favor, not just understanding them. So US 30, that's that. It is 11:58. I'm gonna hurry up so we can tap in with the GOAT. Right, what was I looking at here for Nas? This is marked up. I don't know why. Oh, this is our demand area. I thought we can see signs for price to come in and then go higher. We did get a little slight counter trend, but I do want to see price continue going lower into this institutional area. This morning it really did play really nice. 5 a.m. Oh no, that was London session. Okay, London last night or yesterday played really well into the institutional area, right? So at this point, it's just trying to find where we can find a good area to catch some kind of redistribution, right? Or just sells, right? Whether it could be this institutional area because price came down, kind of retraced a little bit, then dropped with a imbalance here in the market. Right. Or maybe we come higher. My arrow's so nice. Or maybe we come higher, right, into here, or maybe we come into this imbalance here, right? I really don't know. I'll let London do his thing, set us up for New York tomorrow, but I do, anticipate for price to at some point come into here, so my TP will be there. And then we'll see what market builds from there. And then finally, SPX, like literally, it's gonna be the same thing, right? I have TPs down here based on the daily, and I think this is like the 4 to 8 hour. Yeah. 8 hour right here. I don't know what this was. I was trying to catch something, a supply up here. SPX did not respect me at all. High, low, right? Here's a low that we need to break to create a lower low. And what happens here? High, low. So this is a market that came in. We came back up, tested it. Did I get clapped there? Right. So high, low, market dropped. Still an imbalance here, needs to be played out, but we did create a lower low. Oh no, way after the fact over here. Yeah. I don't know. SPX, I don't know. Definitely wanted to drop, but NAS is honestly the most clearest for me as to we're going to retrace for London and show some kind of entry for New York, during New York, whatever. But SPX, like, it's just, bro, I'm so pissed about this trade. Can we talk about this? Like, granted, always follow your rules and everything, but if we go ahead and price literally comes in, makes me fear for my life because if it hits stop loss, I can't get lunch money, right? I can't go get lunch, right? We just miss stop loss, go above, right? So my rule is if price plays to a 1-to-1 and for indices and during New York Open, like I'm just gonna go ahead and go break even because indices can be so volatile and with New York Open that if price already gave me my risk back, then when am I going to keep my risk on the table, right? So that was just my psychology. Price literally goes ahead. I did take partials here. That's the story for another day, right? But price then just goes ahead, hits me out at break even, and then starts running off pretty solid without me. Very sad, very sad. I think that was the highest it ran to before it started to reverse, actually. Yeah, then it came back around. But all around, 4-1 could have been. Sad. All right. Anyway, so what's happening over here to the right? Can't let me pass no more. Yeah, I don't really. Maybe here. Right, this institutional candle. Nice. High, low. Yeah. This could be really well respected. But I'll be more curious to sound alert and then watch price play around in it rather than just take a limit order. Granted, it could work out in your favor, by all means, but maybe you could like go ahead and limit order certain like areas, right? Like here, imbalance here, and then like a 5-minute one there. Something like that would be sick, right? Goes your way, hey, Lambos. So all around, family, it is midnight, right? Gustavo is live, or he's going to be live very soon with the boy himself, our world champion sniper, Iffy Marshall, one of Trade House very own. So, family, let's go ahead and show up, show out. I appreciate every single one of you for popping up tonight's call. Yo, tonight was fun. Tonight was saucy. And yo, Jay, I really can't thank you enough for just always raising the bar. Whenever we get on the phone, whenever we conversate, really just, my mindset, because, bro, I really do look up to you in this entrepreneurial space. Family, it is midnight 02. We're going to go ahead and end this call here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing up and showing out, right? Above all else, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. It's your boy, Cesar Guy, and I appreciate y'all. Good night.